Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Time with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in, if you find value at any time during this video, feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, or leave a comment. Appreciate it. Let's dig in and take a look at the crypto market and the equities market around the world. Crypto market is red today. You can see here, Bitcoin is down slightly from yesterday. Ethereum's down a little bit more, 1.4. Bitcoin's dominance is up above 42. It's recently, in previous days, been down in the 41s, upper 41s. And we get almost all red. Luna is holding up really well in the past several days. DAI is it's a stable coin. Believe this is a stable coin too. FTT is up slightly. Leo's up slightly, but otherwise pretty red. Let's go to the U.S. equities market. It's open today after taking the day off for President's Day yesterday, and we see predominantly red, and technology here. It's mostly red. We got consumer cyclical, mostly red. It's this nothing that stands out. This section is really red. Consumer cyclical. There's no sector that's like predominantly green. So it's heavily impacted by the macro environment with Russia invading or potentially invading Ukraine, but that situation is spooking the market. Let's take a look at the chart, TradingView chart, 30-minute time frame, 1 week's worth of data per column. And we have on the left column is the U.S. market or markets. Middle column is the European and the STOXX index. Far right is the Australian and Asian markets. Over here, it's just some stuff I look at. Oil is that oil, gold, silver, euro versus USD, the pound versus USD, etc., etc. I look at some of these stuff. It's readily available on TradingView if you want to see it. You can just click on this little newspaper-like icon, and you see it. Give you a nice overall view. But I'm going to minimize that for now, because this is what I want to focus on. Okay, make sure we get maximized view here for you. Okay, that looks pretty good. So let's take a look at Bitcoin first. Bitcoin tanked past a couple of days, and late yesterday, Pacific Standard Time, it had a slight recovery. It was down in the mid 36K, and then went up to low 38K, and then dipped down and went back up. It was at its peak at market opening today, and it's dropped a little bit, and now it's recovering. It's hanging around roughly 37.9K, 37.8K. 37.8, 37.9. And down here, you can see the S&P 500 right here dipping down, the NASDAQ dipping down at market opening and remaining down. The Dow dipped down, had a little recovery, slight recovery, and then dipping down again. So all three are tanking, and that's expected. The dollar index, you got the Dixie. It was trending up yesterday, and the day hours before yesterday too, or market opening yesterday. And then just after around around 2200, 2300 Pacific Standard Time, it started tanking, and then it went a little choppy. The negative correlation with Bitcoin is holding. See here, it went down, Bitcoin went up right there, and then it went up. Bitcoin, well, not really, just kind of going sideways, and then it went down, and then now it's going up, and Bitcoin's going up. Overall trend is holding the negative correlation, but if you look at the tiny little hourly stuff, then that can change. But you can see here, it went up, Bitcoin went down, it went down, Bitcoin went up. Want to look at the bigger trends. So the negative correlation is holding there, but the positive correlation with between Bitcoin and S&P 500 and NASDAQ, they're not holding. So if that's the case, sooner or later, it's going to return back to the positive correlation. So Bitcoin's slight movement up right here. Right now, it's hard to tell. I think we'll need some more hours to gauge it. But more than likely, Bitcoin will return to its positive correlation with the stock market here, and probably will trend down as Dixie go up. The U.S. 10-year Treasury bond here, or bonds, I don't never remember if it's plural or singular. Anyways, it's trending up, and then at market opening, it started tanking down. This upward movement here is signaling the more risk-off sentiment here. You got over here in the middle column, UK index. It went up yesterday and then dropped down during the same time as U.S. market open. And over here, the DAX index from Germany, it went up at the last portion of yesterday. But after tanking significantly, it hasn't even recovered back to where it was in previous days yet. Same thing with the CAC index from France, similar to DAX here, similar movement. It tanked significantly yesterday and recovered a little bit, but not enough above the previous day's openings. So overall, here, they're still trending down if you look at the overall trend. This one, the stocks, STOXX 600 companies across 7 countries continue to, it dove down, and then it has slight recovery. Again, it's not recovered back to its previous day's levels. So little recovery here. I think they're starting to price in the actions in Ukraine, and so yeah, they're moving slightly back up with a slight recovery. Over in Asia, I tweeted this out late yesterday or last night already. Most of it went down, and that is to be expected. A slight recovery at the end here, but pretty much not much recovery to address the downward trend here. So summary, it's the crypto market is pretty much red. The Bitcoin's dominance is trending slightly back up, about 42%. The overall market sentiment is down, but they're showing slight sign of recovery, at least in the European market and a little bit of the Asian market. They went down so much. What could they get? I mean, they got to recover a bit, right? So the recovery, though, is not. It's only a fraction of what their drops were. So Dixie went up, it went down, and it looks like it's trending back up, but more choppy sideways. So that's pretty much the market around the world. What can we expect in the next day or two? You know, with the Ukraine situation, that is that's getting a little volatile because the Russian parliament authorized Putin. This is more like what do you call it? It's more for show than anything, because I think Putin runs that whole country. I mean, they talk about their central bankers and parliament and all that stuff. No, It's mainly for show, in my opinion. They're granting him the right to use force outside of Russia. Yeah, that's just for show. As far as their thumbs up for him, that's already been decided, I believe, by Putin. So that situation in eastern Ukraine could escalate and could create more volatility in the market. That would be something that we want to continue to keep our eyes on. Additionally, we want to keep our eyes on the Chinese real estate market. They owe about $60 billion. That's on the book. We don't know what's off the book. Several auditing companies quit, so they must have found something. But want to keep an eye on that because roughly $60 billion is coming due for their debt, and they're unable to borrow additional funds to pay off debts. So that could be volatile if those debts are not paid, especially when more than half of them are offshore or not within China. All right, I appreciate your time. If you found value in this video, feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, and leave a comment in the YouTube section. Thanks. Peace.